Absolute chaos in La Liga right now. We have a certified late-night transfer bombshell that is going to shake European football to its absolute core. Fabrizio Romano has just dropped a massive breaking news update, and if you're a Barcelona or an Atletico Madrid fan, you need to turn your notifications on right now. FC Barcelona have just submitted their first official mega proposal for none other than El Araña himself, Julián Álvarez. We are talking about a jaw-dropping €100 million initial valuation slapped on the table by Deco and Joan Laporta. But here is the absolute twist. Atletico Madrid have immediately looked Barca in the eyes and said, no, not enough. They are not intention to accept this €100 million bid. However, while the bid was rejected, the war has officially begun. This initial proposal has successfully cracked open the door to official negotiations between the two Spanish giants. And the biggest detail of all? Julián Álvarez's camp has broken their silence. They have been crystal clear: the Spider wants out. He wants to leave Atletico, and his dream destination is Barcelona. Stay tuned, because Barca are already preparing to return to the table with a massive counteroffer. Let's break down exactly what is happening behind the scenes. Alright, let's unpack why Atletico Madrid just rejected a literal mountain of cash. €100 million is a fortune, but inside the Civitas Metropolitano, the hierarchy is furious. Rumors have been swirling for weeks, with Atleti sources initially calling these reports complete lies. But now that the official paper has landed on their desk, they can't hide it anymore. Diego Simeone does not want to sell his starman. Álvarez still has 4 years left on his contract after his high-profile move from Manchester City. He is supposed to be the undisputed face of Atleti's future project. According to insiders, Atletico Madrid are playing extreme hardball. They aren't looking at €100 million as a fair price. They are looking at what they originally paid, plus his soaring stock as a world champion. Reports out of Spain suggest Atleti won't even start smiling at the negotiating table unless the offer climbs closer to a staggering €120 million or even €150 million. They want a record-breaking fee if they are going to arm a direct La Liga rival. But here is where Barcelona holds the ultimate leverage, and why Atletico Madrid might eventually be forced to cave. Julián Álvarez is pushing for the move. His camp, led by his representatives, has thrown down the gauntlet to the Atleti board. They have made it explicitly clear: Álvarez's time in Madrid is coming to an end. He has reportedly rejected contract renewal ideas, looked at Hansi Flick's tactical project at Barcelona, and said, "That is where I want to play." Think about it from Julián's perspective. He moved away from Pep Guardiola's Manchester City because he wanted to be the main man, the absolute undisputed number 9. Under Simeone, while his numbers have been fantastic, nearly 30 goal involvements this past season, the ultra-defensive, grinding style of Atletico doesn't always showcase his lethal attacking brilliance. He wants a system that breathes attacking football. He wants to be the crown jewel of Hansi Flick's devastating frontline, potentially acting as the ultimate heir to Robert Lewandowski. Now, I know exactly what you're thinking in the comments right now. Wait a minute. How on earth can Barcelona afford a €100 million player, let alone a higher bid? It sounds crazy given the financial dramas of the last few years, but the reality in 2026 is completely different. Barcelona have finally returned to La Liga's coveted 1:1 financial fair play rule. Joan Laporta and Deco have cleared out massive wage bills, restructured their commercial operations, and freed up a war chest. They've already locked down massive power moves this window, including that huge €80 million deal for Anthony Gordon. The sporting direction is completely backed by the board. Flick, Deco, and Laporta are all completely aligned on this. They see Julián Álvarez not just as a great signing, but as a historic statement transfer that announces Barcelona's absolute return to the pinnacle of world football. They aren't just browsing, they are hunting. So, where do we go from here? If you think Barca are going to pack their bags and walk away because Atleti said no to the first bid, you don't know this board. Infiltration reports from top journalists like Veronica Bernardi are already confirming that Barcelona are preparing to immediately return to the negotiating table. They aren't waiting around for this to become a summer-long soap opera. With the World Cup looming, Barca want this signed, sealed, and delivered as fast as possible. The whisper on the street right now? Barcelona are already structurally putting together an improved package worth roughly €135 million, which will include easily achievable variables to satisfy Atletico's demands. They want to bridge the gap quickly, use the players' immense pressure on Atleti to force their hand, and get the green light. This is rapidly turning into the biggest transfer saga of the entire year. A frustrated player demanding an exit, a club demanding a historic fee, and a rejuvenated Barcelona throwing €100 million plus around like it's nothing. But now I want to hear from you. Drop a comment down below right now. Do you think Atletico Madrid will eventually break and accept Barca's next bid, or will Simeone lock Álvarez in a room and force him to stay? And Barcelona fans, is €135 million too much, or is El Araña exactly what you need to conquer Europe next season? Smash that like button if you enjoyed this breaking news update, hit subscribe, and turn on that notification bell because the second an improved bid drops, you'll hear it here first. I've been your host, and I'll see you in the very next video.